हाय आयुष, क्या हाल है? आयुष कुमार।
Yes, sir.
ऑल गुड।
Good. How are you, sir?
ऑल गुड यार, ऑल गुड। ठीक है, बढ़िया। सॉरी माय लैपटॉप डजंट हैव अ कैमरा। क्या है यार, मतलब सीरियसली ये बहाना तो देगा ना? तुषार ये बहाना देगा कलकत्ता में आके तो इसका क्या हाल किया जाएगा? बता, पहले तो ये बता दे यार।
सर वो तो आने के बाद ही पता चलेगा, बट अच्छा तो नहीं होगा।
ठीक है, डन है। डन है तो थोड़ी तुम्हें वो वाली कलकत्ता वाली फीलिंग देनी है तो हम दे सकते हैं। एंड थोड़ी थोड़ी फीलिंग देनी शुरू कर देंगे, अभी थोड़ा सा एंजॉय कर लो अभी। अच्छा, लास्ट सेशन में कौन कौन था तुम में से? हु वाज देयर इन द लास्ट सेशन? यू वर देयर? हितेश था, ओके। ओके, शाह भी था, अजय भी था, प्रियांक, ओ सब थे, बहुत ही बढ़िया। ओके, कूल। तो मजा आया? हाउ वाज द एक्सपीरियंस बाय द वे? हाउ वाज द लास्ट 5 मिनट्स ऑफ द डे? बताओ, क्या क्या फील किया तुमने? जल्दी बताओ फटाफट। अनम्यूट करके बोलो यार, अभी इंटरव्यू कॉल आ चुकी है तुम्हारी।
It felt like a
No, it
first
was
day.
very grilling, sir. It was a nice session, though.
अच्छा, कौन था
सर
वो
मेरा
ग्रिलिंग
ही
वाला
इंटरव्यू था।
है? किसका?
मेरा ही था।
मेरा कहाँ से आवाज नहीं आ रही तेरी? रुक, मैं स्पीकर करने दे। हाँ, हाउ वाज द एक्सपीरियंस? फटाफट शेयर कर पहले। व्हाट डिड यू डू राइट, व्हाट डिड यू डू रॉन्ग इन द मॉक इंटरव्यू?
Sir, I believe that I was underconfident.
हम्म।
I felt that even if I had not the right answers for the question, I should have owned that. And I was trying to make up some answers like I am Ahmedabad. I gave the wrong answer. I should have been confident and said that I'm not aware. Firstly, I should have been aware, but if even if I'm not, I shouldn't have bluffed the answers.
या
And
यू आर सेइंग 1930 में अहमदाबाद खुल गया? भाई तू बहुत आगे जा रहा है, बहुत आगे। इंडिपेंडेंस के पहले सबसे पुराना आईआईएम कैलकाटा है, उसके पहले वैसे एक्सिलरी जमशेदपुर आ चुका था, बट नेवरदलेस ठीक है। चलिए भाई, लेट्स गेट द पार्टी स्टार्टेड एवरीवन। वेलकम वेलकम, सुपर कांग्रेट्स वंस अगेन फॉर योर आईआईएम कैलकाटा कॉल्स। एवरीवन's cameras on. Pratik has joined. Hey Pratik, good seeing you man, long time, how's life?
So it's going great. How about you?
Good 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 seeing you. Time to give back to CATKing family man. बच्चे आ रहे हैं, तेरे जूनियर्स रेडी हो रहे हैं।
Definitely, sir. Would love to see them.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Great, yeah, superb. So let's begin. Before we get the party started, Tushar and Pratik, a quick update. Super congrats for Calcutta call. पहला काम हम ये करवाते हैं, चैट के अंदर लिखवाते हैं, आई प्लेज टू कन्वर्ट माई बेस्ट कॉल। लिखो जरा चैट के अंदर, आई प्लेज टू कन्वर्ट माई बेस्ट कॉल फॉर श्योर। इल बी रियली बैड ऑन योर पार्ट एंड माई पार्ट कि तुम्हारी कैलकाटा कॉल है और तुम बैठे हो लखनऊ के अंदर। बहुत दिल दुखेगा, ठीक है? लिखो जरा, आंखें बंद करके लिखो। सागर, ओके, आई प्लेज टू कन्वर्ट, ओके ग्रेट, आई प्लेज टू कन्वर्ट माई, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सुपर। तुम नहीं करोगे तो हम कैसे फिर करेंगे? बहुत ही बढ़िया। ये तुषार ने भी आई प्लेज किया था वंस अपॉन अ टाइम। तुषार, कौन सी बेस्ट कॉल थी तेरी?
सर जोका ही था, जोका के बाद कुछ ही नहीं था वैसा।
और कन्वर्ट है, क्या बात है, ग्रेट है
भगवान के
प्रतीक।
इससे सर।
ग्रेट प्रतीक, तेरे पास और क्या क्या था?
तो जो का बेस्ट कॉल था उसके बाद लखनऊ था कन्वर्टेड बोथ.
सुपर सुपर, ऑसम, ग्रेट। सो लेट्स बिगिन। क्विक अपडेट, पहले हम ये थोड़ा सा चेक करते हैं भी कितने पर्सनल पे किसका कॉल आया है। ऑल द जनरल फोक्स जस्ट टाइप इन योर लिटिल बिट प्रोफाइल। सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड द प्रोफाइल फर्स्ट। टाइप इन योर कैट 99.xx जेम, GNEM, जो भी आप जनरल नॉन इंजीनियर फीमेल हो, जेफ, एंड कॉमा योर वर्क एक्सपीरियंस, राइट? ओनली जनरल फोक्स फर्स्ट, वी गोइंग टू गो टू SC ST OBC आल्सो इन 30 seconds। हाँ भाई, फटाफट ऑन द चैट। 99.90 जनरल नॉन इंजीनियर मेल, ओके गुड। रेस्टल फोक्स 99.92, 99.96 जेम, ओके जीरो एक्सपीरियंस। 99.45 जनरल नॉन इंजीनियर, गुड। 99.77, 99.93 जेम, 25 months experience, great. The lowest one here is 99.79 and 9.45 with the general non-engineer female. Okay, lovely, great. बाकी भाई SC ST OBC you guys can type in up in the order, preferably first OBC या ST, चलो डाल, सब डाल दो। Okay, ST 98, 98, 98, 99, 98.5, 92 पे SC call, lowest one. Okay, Das, congrats man. 86 पे ST call, very nice. Okay, great. 90.24 OBC, very good. 93. Okay, 98.3, 98, 99.9 EWS, non-engineer male, fresher, very good. 9.80, 97, 97.64, 97.33. Okay, great. अच्छा, pro tip to all the EWS. I hope you guys are genuinely EWS. Okay, so ये थोड़ा सा वो तो नहीं हो ना कि भाई घूम के आए हो अभी US और यहाँ US में पढ़ाई करी है और पेपर सेटर अभी पैनलिस्ट सब स्मार्ट हैं, थोड़े ध्यान से। हाँ, इफ ए स्टोरी इज नॉट इन प्लेस तो देख लेना भाई। हाउ मेनी कंट्रीज यू हैव ट्रैवल्ड और आंसर तुम 8 बोल के आते हो। और हाँ, थोड़ा ध्यान से EWS जनता। So I know what all works behind EWS nevertheless. ठीक है, but good 91 पे ST की भी call आए हैं, बहुत ही बढ़िया, superb यार. Great, let's begin. Agenda of this call is going to be pretty simple and straightforward. For the next around 30 minutes of time, we're going to get your seniors going on. I'll be the one taking notes in here, and where whatever they say, how to convert your calls, what's best thing happening inside IIM Calcutta as well. How many of you were in Lucknow call as well? कौन थे? You can raise your hand, or you can just type in your name, or you can just type in मी का भी मीम चल रहा है आजकल. अब ये मी का मजा आता है, बहुत ही बढ़िया. ये होता है ना मी, ये होती है ना जब ये मजा आ गया, है ना भाई, क्या बात है. गुड. सो सुपर प्राउड ऑफ यू गाइस. दो दास, ओके, आयुष, शाह, संजय, गुड यार, गुड, बढ़िया. तो यू गाइस नो द ड्रिल ऑल टुगेदर. किसका ओनली कैलकाटा कॉल है? जस्ट टाइप इन ओनली कैल. किसका ओनली कैलकाटा कॉल है? ऋषभ ओनली कैलकाटा, गुड. जसकरण ओनली कैल, ओके, ओनली कैल, ओके, मतलब अहमदाबाद नहीं, ओनली कैल, बढ़िया बढ़िया. ठीक है, ओनली कैल वालों तुम पे मैं थोड़ा ज्यादा ध्यान दूंगा टू मेक श्योर दैट यू गाइस कन्वर्ट इट अप. ऑफ कोर्स सब पे ध्यान देंगे, बट यू विल बी द स्पेशल वंस. यू गोना बी नेक्स्ट तुषार एंड नेक्स्ट प्रतीक ऑफ द वर्ल्ड एज वेल. Great यार, let's begin. Pratik, a small introduction from your side. Quick, your seniors from CATKing family are joining in back here to help you convert your calls as well. I told you we're going to work really, really hard. We're going to give you a lot of work to be done in the entire journey of things. So Pratik, small introduction. Let's go.
Yeah, so hi everyone. I'm Pratik. I am currently PGP1 at IIM Calcutta, and I'm a fresher. I completed my graduation from Shahid Sukhdev Further Business Studies, University of Delhi, and in my summers I'll be interning with DH.
Great. Superb. Tushar.
Yes. So hi guys, I'm Tushar Sarkar. I'm a second year PGP2 student at IIM Calcutta. I am an institute ranker here, and my rank is 18 out of 480 people. And I interned as a trader at Edelweiss Global Markets. I got a PPO there, and right now I'm working with a Singapore-based hedge fund, and I'm mostly concentrating in the global equity space.
Excellent. Great stuff. Great. And you were a fresher, Tushar, right?
Yes, sir. Fresher.
Superb. And Pratik, you had work experience or fresher?
I was a fresher.
Oh, lovely. And what are the CAT personnel, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, so I got 99.72.
Okay, lovely. Tushar?
99.80.
Okay, excellent. Good stuff. But yeah, so how it's going to work like? We're going to talk in detail about their experiences. How was Tushar's experience of IIM Calcutta? Humble request, this session is only for IIM Calcutta only. And we're going to be concentrating on all the Blackie call getters in the detail way, because you want to convert your best calls per se. So there'll be a lot of sessions for Blackie, but आज की discussion सिर्फ Calcutta के ऊपर ही होने वाली है, ठीक है? YouTube family is also there with us. बहुत ही बढ़िया. Let's go यार. Tushar, you want to, I've already known your profile. So your CAT personnel, I know 99.xx, and you were a fresher, and yeah, zero work experience. Engineer, right? Engineer from
Yes, sir.
Kyrgyzstan.
Engineer. Yes, sir.
Badhiya, badhiya. Let's talk about your interview experience quickly. How was your interview experience when it comes to Calcutta?
So, sir, my interview experience was structured in such a way that there were three people. There were two professors. One was a stats professor, one was an OB professor, and the last was one was an alum. So most probably a consultant by his demeanor. And my profile had a lot of. So there were two main things in my profile. The first one was a lot of mathematics. The second one was my startup experience. So the stats professor took me up on the mathematics, and he drilled down into everything that I would have studied during my undergrad. So basic stats question, but he went into 7-8 levels. So whatever he could find, whatever I could answer, he asked me a cross question on that, or he took it one level deeper. And this went on around for 20-25 minutes. Post which the OB professor came in, he asked me a couple of behavioral questions, and then the alum asked me about the startup, and he was interested in how we operated the business. So this was the major idea of how the interview went for me.
Okay, great. You want to give an experience of the stats level 1, level 2, level 3? Maybe you can pick and choose one of these guys and एक लेके उनका अपना experience ले ले. हाँ भाई, who wants to go now? संजय तो नहीं जाने वाला है आज. संजय लास्ट सेशन के अंदर ही मजे करके आया है. मुझे ये अग्रवाल साहब बड़े अच्छे लग रहे हैं, कैमरे के बिल्कुल पास हैं. अग्रवाल साहब अनम्यूट करिए थोड़ा सा.
Yes, sir.
हाँ जी, अग्रवाल भी 3-4 है क्या? नहीं, यश अग्रवाल. हाँ यश. यश,
sir.
प्रोफाइल बताओ अपना फटाफट स्पीड से.
Sir, final year engineering student in IIIM Kanchipuram, fresher.
बढ़िया.
PWD candidate, 97.33%.
Okay, lovely. Great. Tushar, show him an experience about how it happened to level 1, level 2, level 3. Or
Yes.
yeah, take it as like a serious interview, or Tushar, over to you.
Yes, sir. So the first question was in the range of what is R2 score? So R squared, R2. Firstly, what is R2 score and R squared score different? That was the first question. Have you heard of this?
I've never heard of it. Like I've never taken statistics as my elective.
So
So
statistics was never there. 11, 12, there was no statistics in engineering. They
11,
teach this in
12, there
second year.
was basic. Yeah.
Yes, this was in. Have you studied regression?
I have studied it in my second year. I am not sure what were the terminologies that you were asking.
So please do that because otherwise I can't. So this is how it all starts. So if not this, okay, let's go on to probability maybe. So are you good with probability?
Actually, I'm not at all good with maths, if I am being honest
Okay.
right now. I'm working on that, and like that's it.
भाई तू
Okay.
ना रिजेक्ट हो जाएगा कैलकाटा में.
Yes, sir. But right now, I'm really not good at maths. मतलब
ये
maths का
2 बार
MP
बोलेगा तो
like
मैं 2 बार रिजेक्ट करूंगा तेरे को.
okay.
ठीक है, डन है. तो प्रतीक, you want to shed some light on how important is mathematics and analytical bent of mind or in your Calcutta?
Definitely, sir. So I was a non-engineer. So I did my bachelor's in finance, but still they ended up asking me a lot of math questions. So they'd ask me not about maybe integration or something like that, but it was more around the lines of graphs and more about economics related questions. So I had so again three panelists. One was an alum, and one was a marketing prof, and the third one was an economics prof. So the marketing prof went more about me being YMBA. So since I was a fresher and I had already a job from my placements. So they grilled me a lot on, why should I not take up that job? And, how did it make sense for me to do an MBA rather than, take up that job, which would pay me pretty well. And the second, the economics prof. So what I did was like in my fourth sem, it was a pretty bad sem for me. But then the best subject there was macroeconomics for me. So they ended up asking me a lot on that regarding the macroeconomics questions. So regarding inflation, the ISLM curve, and those subjects. So I think that's something which how my interview went, and especially the YMBA thing. Those are the marketing prof is he's one of the infamous props in our college as well. So he ended up telling me a lot on this YMBA.
Great. How worse they can grill to the freshers? How many freshers in the house? Just type in fresh, फटाफट. How many freshers in the house? ओके. ओ सारी फ्रेशर्स आए हैं. ओ क्या बात है. वर्केशन तक कौन है? बहुत बढ़िया. फ्रेश. शिवालिक, हितेश. ओके ग्रेट. ओके लवली. सारे फ्रेशर्स आए. वर्केक्स वाले अभी ऑफिस में होंगे शायद. ओके 11 साल वर्केक्स काउंट डज 11 ईयर्स. 11 मंथ भाई. क्या सर तो क्या लिख रहा है? 11 मंथ्स. अच्छा ठीक है. आयुष 30 मंथ्स नहीं है. वर्केक्स वाली जनता भी है भर भर के. ओके गुड. Okay, great. So, how did they grill you on that, Pratik? Why MBA में?
Right. So initially they asked me like, so my college does have a lot of placements, right? So they asked me like, did I sit for placement? So I mentioned that yes, I did, and I did end up getting, a good placement. So now they gave me a paper and pen, and they were like, you show me how financially does your, decision make sense? Because obviously you'll have to spend a lot of money in those 2 years. You won't be earning, and in those 2 years, after 2 years, the package would be somewhat similar to what you'll get in an MBA. So they were like, ki, matlab, you should not do an MBA. Like in the end, they were like convincing me like, tu mat kar MBA. तू जा यहाँ से जाके वर्क एक्स लेके आ एंड इवन टिल द एंड ऑफ द इंटरव्यू दैट प्रॉपर was like कि reconsider my opinion and go take some work ex. So it was till that time. So the entire interview was about like me not doing an MBA and going and doing my job.
That's great. Acha, how much is the Tushar? If you want to take it up, how much is Calcutta bent on analytics and maths, even in the subjects or when they're training you? And do you see also a relevancy in the interview experiences for maths and stats, even for the non-engineers? What's your experience?
So sir, it is a lot. Quite frankly, it is a lot. So HR के सब्जेक्ट में अगर सर कैलकुलस डाल सकते हैं तो काफी ज्यादा ही है. Is how I'll put it. So we had an entire question on deriving a curve, getting the global minima, and finding out what is the best cost for a company in an HR paper. So yes, in my experience, quite a lot of, or maybe it is idiosyncratic, and I got a lot of professors who focus a lot on mathematics, but they really focus on mathematics, partly because of the placement scenarios here. The placements, even right now, if you look at the companies who are coming in for finals, a lot of them really value maths.
I would second that actually. Even in like me being a non-engineer, we had to focus a lot on maths. So I have seen a lot of non-engineers also, struggling with maths during their first year because, they have not probably done maths in the 11th and 12th, and they had to come here and learn about integration, differentiation. And we also have this maths exam in the start. So it's very important here in Calcutta.
Okay. That's lovely. So I'll just tell you a little bit of my take on as well. So if first homework is you guys all have access to the dashboard. The day you get an interview call, you should be spending time on the dashboard for sure. ये अभी तुम्हारा interview call है. Of course, I'll be there to help you up. I'll guide you up. अभी ये जाके ये पढ़ लो, ये जाके ये कर लो. That's all good. But you have to make sure that you read through all these possible documents which are available, which are made for you. So एक काम तो ये करना है कि I'll just quickly show this to you. Yeah. So this is an IIM Calcutta का interview experience document. It's a 120-page docket. You'll come to know the entire mindset of the people as well. सब समझ आ जाएगा तुम्हें क्या करना है. This year we're going to spend more time with Blackie call getters, one-on-one, one-to-many. Tushar, me, Pratik will do multiple sessions with you and all of the gang. But तुमने अगर ये करे नहीं हुए, अगर इन questions का आंसर नहीं आ रहा, say for example, here is talking about, do you know stats? Basic, sir. What distribution you know and what would be the used in the steel industry? Sir, continuous distribution and normal distribution. What parameters you do use in steel industry to monitor the emissions, mean, median, and peak emission? Anything else? Standard deviation. Explain the formula. So to start with, number one, read all about the distributions, normal distributions, binomial distribution. Have you heard about binomial distribution? Sir, I've heard about, but I cannot recall the specifics. No worries. Can you tell me about two places in real life where you use derivatives? Okay. Sir told about the speedometer. What about the acceleration? Me thinking I have to have a derivative to say velocity, acceleration, slipped my mind. No worries. Let me ask you simple question on equations. There's a linear equation, one area. How many solutions would have had? Visibly confused. Sir, could you give me an example? So, and this is the Calcutta interview. On the chat, honestly, first of all, are you guys ready for all these? X plus mod x is equal to 0? Yes or no? Honestly. Yes or no? Sagar is ready. Okay, good. Rest of the folk. फटाफट type करो यार. Okay, yes. Agarwal is not. Okay, Desh is not. Okay, ready for match. Riyan. मतलब match is जो मैंने show है. Okay, great. You touch base on them. बहुत बढ़िया. Okay, great. Okay. Okay. No. Great. Tushar, in interest of time, would you like to add some more topic to them? Because Calcutta will go heavy on maths and so will be, इनमें से कई लोगों की Bangalore call भी आ चुकी है. Anything which you would like to advise them right away? यार ये पढ़ लो, ये तो तुम्हें पूछ सकते हैं.
सर पहले थोड़ा सा एब्स्ट्रैक्ट लेवल पे बोलता हूँ. अंडर ग्रेड में जो मैथ्स पढ़ा है सामने वाले को पता है, irrespective of the field that you are coming from. So अगर प्रोबेबिलिटी पढ़ा है, स्टैटिस्टिक्स पढ़ा, ऑप्टिमाइजेशन टेक्निक्स पढ़ा है, these are the things जो सब लोग करते हैं, वेक्टर कैलकुलस बेसिक्स इंजीनियर्स के लिए स्पेसिफिकली. तो मोटा मोटा यू हैव टू नो वेक्टर कैलकुलस कैसे चलता है, मैट्रिसेस कैसे चलते हैं, बेसिक्स ये. एंड इफ आई हैव टू गो इनटू सम डिटेल क्वेश्चंस जो पूछते हैं, द फर्स्ट इज वो लोग ग्राफ प्लॉट करने बोल देते हैं वेरी इजीली, इक्वेशन सॉल्व करने बोल देते हैं, मॉड वाले इक्वेशन सॉल्व करने बोल देते हैं वेरी इजीली, ग्राफ प्लॉट करने बोल देते हैं, बेसिक इंटीग्रल दे विल गिव. फिर स्टैट्स में दे विल गो इनटू रेग्रेशन में व्हाट आर द फॉर एग्जांपल मेट्रिक्स, आर स्क्वायर्ड स्कोर क्या होता है, आर स्क्वायर्ड स्कोर से कोरिलेशन क्या होता है, इंडिपेंडेंट डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल्स क्या होते हैं, n minus k minus 1 क्या होता है, when do we use, degrees of freedom क्या होता है. He'll go into the entire detail of what the things are. Apart from that, मतलब वही regression में you have to know, if you're telling about regression, you have to know regression. And ये distributions, basic binomial distribution and normal distribution तो आना चाहिए. तो अगर स्पेसिफिक्स में है तो मेरे हिसाब से कैलकुलस में ग्राफ्स, इक्वेशन सॉल्विंग, स्टैट्स में regression and distribution should be enough.
बढ़िया. If you go through the interview experiences, also past, I remember when I was taking the interview with people as well. So there is a time when non-engineers, anybody non-engineers here? हाँ भाई, just type in non. हाँ भाई, how many non-engineers here? Okay, Sagar is a non-engineers. Non-engineers have been sent home by IIM Calcutta because they were not good with maths, right? So, and this is like the core learning of today's session. You guys know the topics, जो भी non-engineers हो. यार, Calcutta is an engineers campus. Pratik, Tushar, what do you think? Call तो दे देते, convert होता है कि नहीं?
नहीं होता तो है convert. Like I've seen a lot of non-engineers out here, but they do have to know maths. That's true.
हमारे टाइम कम था सर, इनके बैच में थोड़ा ज्यादा है, हमारे टाइम
हमारे बैच
थोड़ा।
में ज्यादा है.
तुम्हारे बैच में ज्यादा non-engineers हैं?
हाँ सर, इस बार like they have taken a lot of non-engineers.
कितना? 30%, 20%?
Roughly 20% के around, you can say.
20% ज्यादा है. ठीक है, डन है. तुषार, तुम्हारे बैच में कितना है?
सर हमारे बैच में अराउंड 20-22% है, इस साल 28-30% है, as far as I know
ठीक
from
है.
my
Anyway, तो anyway, Cal is तो ballpark. This is the what thing needs to be done. Okay, let's go into the specifics of IIM Calcutta so that these guys can. What are the questions? I will take your question in detail. Rest all things you all know. यार कितने personnel पे क्या है, क्या composite score है, all the things they are available right now. Work experience कितना है, education background कितना है. So people who come from BE and the BTech and this is touching around 58% plus 15%. So you guys can see like a majority is like touching 83 odd percent, 83, 73 odd percent are people who are engineering background. Yeah, BCom BMS is only 14% of the world. This you guys can check it out. And this is the highest package. These all details are there in there. Okay, great. These are all the companies which are coming on campus. Pick and choose your company. You are going to consult or BCG, Bain, Finance. How important it is in the interviews, Tushar, Pratik, whoever wants to answer that, to know कि यार मेरे को मार्केटिंग में जाना है, मेरे को फाइनेंस में जाना है. Did your interviews also revolve around the same before I give them my 2 cents?
For me, they did not ask anything like that, but I think yes, because I had a bit of inclination towards consulting, so they did end up me asking me about like regarding that. But ऐसे अगर आपको नहीं भी पता, it's not a very big deal. मतलब you can simply go out by saying like I want to explore during like my 2 years in MBA, so that's fine. It's not like, but you need to have a bit of idea like which area you are interested in.
बताओ अच्छी. तुषार, how about you?
सर सो यस, सिमिलरली दे डिड नॉट, मुझे तो पूछा ही नहीं, मुझे तो, मैंने तो बोला धंधा करना है आगे, तो ऑनेस्टली दे डिड नॉट आस्क मी कि आगे कौन से फील्ड में करना है. बट टू दैट एक्सटेंट इट रियली हेल्प्स इफ यू नो एटलीस्ट वन सेक्टर जहां पे यू हैव काइंड ऑफ एन इंक्लिनेशन, और जो तुम्हें सीखने को आना है, इज व्हाट आई सजेस्ट. फॉर एग्जांपल, आई डिड नॉट नो एनीथिंग अबाउट मार्केटिंग, सो मेरा, आई हैड मैथ, नो मार्केटिंग, सो आई टोल्ड देम कि आई वांटेड टू लर्न दिस. आई एम नॉट, बट ओके.
Got it. And one more thing, let's go a little bit specific on why Calcutta का जो आंसर होता है. I don't want to give them a why Calcutta answer right now because ये सेशन लाइव चल रहा है YouTube पे भी, सबको नहीं बताना है अभी. We'll do this answer, सबका रिफाइन करेंगे. My humble request is make your own answers. But what are the few things specific to, first of all, it's called Joka, right? IIM Calcutta is called Joka in a place called Joka. Beautiful campus. I gave my TED talk, first TED talk in IIM Calcutta long back 2015. I still remember going there. मच्छर बहुत थे उस टाइम पे, पता नहीं क्या हाल है. बट आई स्टे, क्या है वो एमडीपी, क्या है तुम्हारा वो जगह का नाम हॉस्टल का?
MDC.
MDC. I was staying there, but a beautiful campus. So tell us a little bit more about Calcutta, so that when they are trying to fool them around why Calcutta or why Ahmedabad, जिनकी Ahmedabad call है. So there are no ACs, right? Either I don't remember AC was there or not. This is like 8 साल पहले यार. But any which ways, I don't know. These guys would know. But beautiful campus, you can't complain. हाँ, आई एम कैलकाटा में 2 दिन रहने का मौका मिले तो बहुत बड़ी बात है. हाँ तुषार.
Pratik, would you like to go ahead? I'll take it after you.
क्लब्स क्या है, कमिटीज क्या है, जो कम है, क्या क्या होता है, बढ़िया बढ़िया चीजें, अच्छी अच्छी, सब नहीं बताना है, बढ़िया बढ़िया चीजें, सो दैट दे नो देयर बेसिक्स अबाउट जोका एंड दे गेट फॉल इन लव विद द कैंपस.
Definitely. Firstly, the biggest part which differentiates Joka is in like not for why I am Calcutta answer maybe, but definitely the community feel is on a different level. Like I have not seen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Oh yeah. So what I was saying is like yeah, matlab aisa community feel I have not seen anywhere. Like the unity that is there in Joka, it's like on a whole different level, and definitely the amount of clubs out there is like on a different level. Like we have an college in India which is a part of the SEMS, like association. So this is like if for every country they take only one campus, and that is Calcutta for India, and so 25 people go for SEMS every year. So that is something which differentiates Calcutta from all other campuses. So this is like the only campus in entire India which is a part of the SEMS MIM program. Tushar would like to take something else.
No, so I'll just add one thing here. So the kind of profiles that come into campus and the kind of courses that they teach is really different. For example, options, futures, derivatives. India mein first time it was taught in Calcutta, 95 mein. Fixed income, Jabi Lehman Brothers used to hire exclusively from Calcutta, India se. So the kind of courses that they teach here are very different from others because of the math background. So that is what. So courses mein, the kind of courses that are here are very in depth. You can take any course. If you compare it across A or B, you will find that the level of courses is on a different level. And that is why we also have a lot of fin firms visiting the campus. So apart from that, yes, the culture is on a different level. The parties are on a different level. But yes, so these should suffice.
This is going on YouTube. Let's not about parties right now, so we'll keep it for some other day. So, so any which ways, so yeah, party culture in Calcutta is really amazing. YouTube बंद हो जाए मैं end में तुम्हें एक बात बताता हूँ फिर ठीक है वो अपन end में बताएंगे ठीक है great. When I went to Calcutta, my experience was like crazy. I just spent 2 days there. And then one of the top-notch professors, he moved to Narsi Monji, Bombay, and then he moved back to IIM Calcutta, and he was also like, "Ho gaya Bombay, I want to go back to Calcutta." Great. Acha, a little bit on the clubs, yeah, which they can read through. That's going to be really helpful. Last around 7 minutes for the day. Which are the favorites? What do you, which clubs they can talk about? Or Pratik, whichever you are part of it. I've just listed them down in my PowerPoint presentation. What do you want to talk about it?
So I think in general the club culture is pretty chill in Calcutta. मतलब like what you would see in Delhi University, like since I'm coming from Delhi University, तो जितना ज़्यादा rigorous club culture in Delhi University है, वैसा is not similar in Calcutta. So it is pretty chill. You can be a part of many clubs, and obviously the exposure that you get is very different. And also like these clubs actually organize a lot of big events. So like even जो Seven Lakes Fest होता है, उसके like comparison में Marcy organizes this Mandi event, which is like on equivalent levels. So I think the exposure that you get, the amount of money and everything, that also like students set up their stalls in Mandi. So उससे जो आपको exposure मिलेगा, and you do actual business out here. So that is something which gives you on a whole, like exposure on a different level. So I think that is something which really intrigued me while I was like seeing this and everything.
Got it. That's great. How the finance thing right now when it comes to Tushar? Which of the clubs are most active ones and which they can talk about when they come to IIM Calcutta? They're going to be joining this, joining that. But I know there are a lot of other ones like Spick McKay as well. There's an ops club. Marcy is doing very good, which Pratik spoke about also. What are the few things you want to talk a little bit about?
So one thing that can differentiate or that is different from other campuses here is the finance club. So here we have a fund that is a student-run fund. It is called Joka Advantage Fund, and you invest money in that fund, and students will run your money for a year, and then they'll give you the returns after 1 year. So that is as close to, so you are actually running money there as a student, and that is very different from other campuses. That's a different thing. Apart from that, we also have FRTL Finance Research Training Laboratory. So we have a few things there. So the data that you can think of, everything is available there. So NSC's data provider is the same as this guy's Cognisys. So these are some of the things that you can talk about.
That's great. That's great. That's lovely. Acha, coming back to the little bit on the stat side as well. Just go through these document. ये तुम्हारा काम है ये सब आज एक दिन लगा के पूरा ही document 150 पेज document सारा पढ़ लेना आपको पास. You guys have access to the dashboard. ये बड़ी मेहनत से बनाया है यार. ये ना पिछले 5 साल के the most repeated questions हैं जो सारे पढ़े हुए हैं. Now if you can see that, greeted both the panelists, introduce yourself, वो सब सही है. Tell me more about your work ex. Questions related to the data I use in the work again. आज मैं Mr. Shah का interview ले रहा था जब, तो I was talking about that. Then macro papers, comparative poor in my stats paper, asked me the reason for the same. So they asked the score of the stats paper as well. Yeah, which is a better measure? Is it mean? Is it median? Is it mod? Why give example? What are the factors do you look into the college for the placement report to the analysis if it's a good institution, and 1 or 2 basic economics questions. So and अभी मैंने वो वाला experience नहीं दिखाया, but if you are from an electrical background or if you're from a background like civil, or electrical, civil, and electronics, these are the favorite backgrounds of the professors because these are the oldest branches in the country, right? Rather than C, C++, Java. So most of the professors will play around this and ask you questions about the motors, etc. What you guys have done. And on the contrary, sometimes अगले panel में भी देखो तो इसके अंदर stats की question, placement reports are normally distributed or not. What is normal distribution? Central limit theorem क्या होता है? right? They can go off topic like yoga as well. कौन सा योगा करते हो? फिर दोबारा मैथ्स, योगा पे वो थोड़ा चिल में चला गया था, फिर दोबारा मैथ्स, लॉग, एक्सपोनेंशियल, दैट विल, लॉग भी पढ़ना, एक्सपोनेंशियल ग्राफ वगैरह भी पढ़ लेना, इट्स गोइंग टू बी रियली हेल्पफुल. Normally, Calcutta doesn't ask much on the GK side, but फिर भी GK question, state the longest coastline in India. I said Gujarat, but he tried to make me reconsider my answer. Didn't read this for my A's interview. तो ये didn't, अच्छा, read this for the अहमदाबाद का इंटरव्यू, बाद में जाके उसने अहमदाबाद के लिए पढ़ा था. Number of states UT in India, ये तो प्लीज बेसिक चीजें हैं. Number of states UT in India, this is the typical cap question and IIM code question. So pro tip, when we doing the IIM code session also, उसके भी calls आने वाले हैं, तो we'll talk in detail about the same as well. Okay, lovely. We're going to do a quick open house. By any more questions right now, Fadafat, we can take a look at the chat also. Feel free. Sir, I'm confused. Explore, since I'm creative, marketing seems good, but all my answers I put a finance. How can I use the new age technology there? How should I frame? Okay, great. Dibakar, I would say level 1 पहले खुद से frame कर यार. जो तेरा दिल कर रहा है, जिसके अंदर तू कॉन्फिडेंट है, जिसके अंदर तेरी स्टोरी बढ़िया है, जिसके अंदर तू 4-5 चीजें बोल सकता है, वाई फाइनेंस और वाई मार्केटिंग, विच एवर यू आर थिंग. आई फील आई एम क्रिएटिव, तो मैं तो बजा देता यार तेरी दिवाकर. मतलब क्रिएटिव है तो माइका जाना है यार, इधर क्या आ रहा है, राइट? तो ये क्वेश्चन है. नेवरदलेस, ठीक है. ग्रेट. अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट द फॉर्म यार. तुम्हारे फॉर्म के बारे में क्या क्या क्वेश्चंस थे प्रतीक? हाउ टू फिल अप द फॉर्म एज वेल?
So yeah, so what I would recommend is like, just sit and think like तुमने life में जो भी करा हुआ है, like, throughout like the past, whatever you have done, just try to culminate it in one place and see like, मतलब because वहाँ पे like form में I think एक था कि आपका national like कौन से level पे आपने क्या achievement करी है, and what was the recognition or reward that you got, right? So that was one part. So it can be anything regarding on Olympiads, or maybe, if you were a part of a club where you were president or something like that, or maybe, you won some like case competitions, you can add that as well. I think that is something which you can add. And apart from that, they also ask you about your hobbies, right? So it's very important that, you mention hobbies in which you also have some information about that, because it might also end up like happening that they might end up asking you about your hobbies as well, right? And uske baad, suppose you mentioned that you like music, right? So तुम्हें म्यूजिक रिलेटेड भी क्वेश्चंस पूछना स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं, like, regarding like your like music, different music styles and stuff like that. So ensure that जो भी hobbies तुम mention कर रहे हो, you have like, idea about the history and, maybe other basics of that as well. So that is something which I would recommend.
Okay, great. Tushar, what's your take on that?
Yes, sir. So whatever you write, please be very confident in your ability to answer those, is how I'll put it. So as Pratik mentioned that you have to write these things, he listed them down well. So I'll just suggest write only to the extent that you're able to answer it, because that is why they took my mathematics question. And my ending question was, if I give you an option to do your master's and PhD in mathematics right now at, for example, MIT, you will take it. Of course, I can see it from your profile. So why bother coming here? So it was just a stress type of question. But मेरे profile में I did a mistake. I wrote too much of mathematics. I should have kept it down to some level. It would have made my life easier. So that is what I'll suggest.
Super. Okay, great. Any more questions? There was one more question. I have a 5 out of 10 GPA in my and very weak in maths, even though I'm an engineer. पढ़ ले भाई, मैथ्स पढ़ ले, इससे ज्यादा और क्या बताएं तेरे को? सब तो बता दिया क्या 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 पढ़ना है तेरे को. I'm an IT finalist student, what the good mathematics, what the basic. Same question हितेश. पढ़ो यार, मैथ्स पढ़ो, कैलकाटा जा रहे हो भाई, पढ़ लो बस. इतना पढ़ लो जितना तुमने 10वीं 12वीं नहीं पढ़ा था, इंजीनियरिंग में नहीं पढ़ा था. ठीक है, नॉन इंजीनियर्स पक्का पढ़िए. Any more question? You guys can unmute and ask question. Last 5 minutes for the day.
Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible? Yes.
We can't see you, whoever is this.
Actually, I've joined in from my PC, so there's no camera.
Great. So join from a mobile phone. It's a mandatory to keep the cameras on. So I want to be same to everybody. And I can't see anybody jinke cameras on bhi nahi hai bhai. Request you to join from your mobile phone. Yeah. And you can ask the questions later on. Okay, great. Who's next? अच्छा, half of you guys. Oh shit, मेरे को तो वो नॉन व्यू था. अच्छा, गौरव, शिवष्टि, वृषांक, प्रियांशु, शांतनु, मिहिका, प्रेरणा, प्रसन्ना, विशाख, यशस्वी, भाव्या, विनीता, जसकरण, विशाखा एंड गौरव भूजा. सो गुस्सा मत दिलाया करो यार. अभी तुम ना यहाँ पे ना लिखा होता है, इट्स मैंडेटरी टू कीप योर कैमराज ऑन. ओके, यहाँ पे लिखा होता है स्टार्टिंग में, तो ठीक है. नेवरदलेस, ओके, विल वेट फॉर यू. हाँ भाई, एनी क्वेश्चंस, फील फ्री, अनम्यूट एंड आस्क. जल्दी, फटाफट.
Good evening, sir. It's Aman here. So, sir, basically, I'm an engineering student. I had one doubt regarding the questions that were asked. So, I was wondering if basic integration is enough, or do we have to go to the level we did in JE and everything, like the by parts and every stuff we have to do?
Mhm. Tushar,
So,
Pratik.
so I'll suggest that some bypass questions were asked during, at least during my time. So it'll be better if you can brush up the basics. Now it's not that difficult, right? Bypass तो
Yeah.
तो basics तो तीन types में integral करते हैं. So just look at the basics क्या क्या है. Okay, and क्या कैसे integrate करते हैं, sin x का integration आना चाहिए, and फिर तीनों type के आते हैं. Just all of you will be good to go.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, one, two question more.
What level of undergraduate subjects needs to be done for freshers?
For freshers, I would recommend कि मतलब actually करके जाओ अच्छे से, because like in general all MBA interviews I've seen, if you're a fresher, the major talking point is always your academics. So दो तीन subjects ऐसे होने चाहिए which you know in depth about, and बाकी जितने भी subjects तुमने पढ़े undergrad में, at least you need to know the basics of it, because they can pick up any subject as well. So मेरे CAB interviews में ऐसा हुआ था कि they ended up asking me about some subject which I was not even expecting questions on. So you have to know basics of all the subjects I would recommend in undergrad, and जो दो तीन subjects हमारे favorite है, you need to know that in depth.
Right. Just one small pro tip, just to start with whatever subjects were there, just see through the index page of that. आधे सब्जेक्ट्स के हाईलाइट तुम्हें पता चल जाएंगे. कुछ ज्यादा याद नहीं रहेगा तो एटलीस्ट जो क्वेश्चन पेपर में पूछते हैं ना, वो सब याद रहते हैं. दो स्टैंडर्ड्स, लाइक इफ यू आर फ्रॉम मैकेनिकल और नॉन आईटी, TQM क्या होता है, वो सब चीजें आपको पता चल जाएगा. Also on the dashboard, we have uploaded engineers questions as well. I'm going to cover them in the class. Those are also available. You can check it out. Non-engineers primarily economics क्या होता है, economics के अंदर क्या क्या तुमने stats पढ़ा हुआ है, पक्का पढ़ना. Those are the favorite subjects for all those folks as well. Okay, one last question. फिर भाई CAT 25 वाले भी तुम्हारी बातें सुन रहे हैं, उनको थोड़ा मोटिवेट करना. Now you guys are role models as well. And एक लाइन उनको भी ज्ञान देके जाना बाद में. But yeah, one more question. Anyone? हाँ, Sagar,
Hello.
unmute and ask फटाफट. हाँ, who's
Hello.
this? Yeah.
Yashvi.
Yeah, Yashvi, go ahead.
So I'm a fresher, but currently I'm working as a software engineer. And for the career goals, I'm confused if I'm inclined towards the IT sector, but I'm confused if I should write product management as a career goal, or should I be generic in my interview in the IIMC form?
Got it. Tushar, Pratik, up to you.
So I'll just suggest be a bit generic here, because if you write product management, it is not wrong to write product management here if you actually aspire to be one. But the shortlisting criteria for product management at least requires 2 to 3 years of work ex.
Right.
So they'll just ask you the same thing, that it requires this. So go for work ex and then come back. So that is what it'll say. So it'll be better if you keep it generic. Once you get in, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
This is the multi-million dollar learning for everyone who's aspiring to say prodman. You come from IT, prodman होने वाला है. ये सब सपना लेके कॉलेज के अंदर घुसते हैं. The panelist also knows about this, and you're hell bent because you've been trained that मुझे तो भाई बिल्कुल वहाँ पे दिखाना ही है यशस्वी कि मेरे को I'm very focused in that, and you are then competing with him and saying कि सर मैं तो बनी prodman ली, मैं तो हुई IT वाली. तो वो फिर तुम्हें बोल देगा बेटा तेरे सपने हम साकार नहीं करवा पाएंगे, तुम अगले साल आओ. राइट, समझ गए? तो थोड़ा ध्यान से, राइट. सो हेंस दीज सेशन आर रियली हेल्पफुल वेर यू गेटिंग टू नो ऑल दीज इंट्रिकेसीज. ये बाद में जाके पता चलता है. आई रिमेंबर तुषार, वो कौन था, कीर्ति थी ना, आई थिंक शी वाज योर सीनियर. कीर्ति वाज सीनियर योर बैचमेट.
Yes, नहीं बहुत 2022 pass out है कीर्ति.
2022 passed out, CATKing family. I remember she wrote a long post on LinkedIn also when she converted IIM Calcutta. So she was the same, prodman जाना था, prodman जाना, and then she ended up in a startup, and then she changed her roles to finance as well. So थोड़ा ध्यान से. Prodman is slightly risky, but prodman roles are very big, है ना तुषार? Prodman roles काफी अच्छे आ रहे हैं.
हाँ सर, प्रॉडमैन के लिए बैंगलोर बेटर है, अपने आप पे फाइनेंस ज्यादा आते हैं.
अच्छा.
बट प्रॉड
But
तो
I
बहुत
think
अच्छा चल रहा है.
इस बार समर्स में काफी प्रॉड आए थे, but हमारे like I can
बड़े
say
roles
that.
आए. ठीक है. So freshers stick to marketing or finance. I would recommend you, even if you're from an IT background, you guys can do that. But little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Just saying like मैं prodman कर रहा हूँ because बाद में company shortlist नहीं करती है is also dangerous. तो fight तो मारना है थोड़ा सा. Here you can always say, sir, I'm दो चीजें के लिए मैं थोड़ा sir tech में ही interest रहेगा. If I would be you, I'd say prodman because I know the intricacies. In fact, let them tell you तो सर मेरे प्रॉडमैन में इंटरेस्ट है, मैं टेक में या डेटा साइंस में इंटरेस्ट है, ऐसे करके कुछ रोल्स आते हैं. What are the companies which come on board? I'll speak about that in a minute, but maybe Tushar, you can say a little bit about what kind of roles or the companies which are coming on campus. I've got a slide on that as well, but which will be handy for you. इसमें से क्या क्या प्रॉडमैन है और क्या क्या मार्केटिंग है, क्या क्या फाइनेंस है.
सर तो ये तो सर फर्स्ट वाला एब एंड बेव तो मार्केटिंग है. सो जस्ट पहले तो अपने आप पे फाइनेंस आते हैं, कंसल्ट फाइनेंस मेजर लेके जाते हैं टू बी ऑनेस्ट. एंड फाइनेंस में यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट द बल्ज ब्रैकेट बैंक्स, मतलब to be very precise, जो bank you can think of, that bank comes to campus for placements. So finance is a very good bet if you want to align it to your career goal. Consulting में जो भी हो सकता है आते हैं. तो that is how I'll put it in the first level of analysis. Second में if you look at it from fin में तो सिर्फ बल्ज ब्रैकेट एंड टीयर 1 टीयर 2 फाइनेंस कंपनीज ही आते हैं, उसके नीचे डोंट कम है फॉर प्लेसमेंट्स. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट कंसल्टिंग में भी मतलब टीयर 2 भी नहीं जाता है बहुत बार. सो देर आर फ्यू रीजंस, बट हाँ मोस्टली सारे अच्छे मेजर कंसल्टिंग कंपनीज ही आते हैं एंड दे हायर वेल. मार्केटिंग के लिए आई एम नॉट रियली श्योर, मतलब आई वाज नॉट रियली इन्वॉल्व्ड अ लॉट इन द प्रोसेस. तो मार्केटिंग के लिए मोस्ट ऑफ द फर्म्स कम इन, बट आई एम नॉट रियली श्योर अबाउट मार्केटिंग के लिए सारे आते हैं या नहीं आते हैं. बट मोस्ट HUL PNG IITC वो तो आते ही हैं.
For marketing also, I think major, like all major come. So I think I have like, had a comparison with other campuses as well. So मतलब जो marketing के major companies उधर आते हैं, यहाँ पे भी they do come up. So it's not like कि marketing में भी कुछ कम है. So marketing also you get mostly all the roles out here. Same for Genman, I would say.
Okay, lovely. Microsoft, which comes for two roles. I think at our time it used to come for two. One was Prodman role and one was sales and marketing role. They have a sales and marketing division, R&D division of Microsoft in Bangalore. If I'm not wrong, it came for that. And second was the sales and marketing, was department का भी नाम था, I forgot. What's happening in Tushar, if you're aware of it, or Pratik? MS Prodman?
Microsoft did come Prodman के लिए इस बार. They did hire a couple of people for summers as well. Finals का Tushar would be the
बढ़िया.
better one.
भाई
तो
ज्यादा बातें भाई तो मत पूछो इसके बारे में, ये इनका प्लेसकॉम ही इस वीडियो को नीचे डाउन कर देगा, ठीक है. ज्यादा ज्यादा कंपनीज के बारे में नहीं बात करते तो अच्छा है, क्यों प्रतीक?
हाँ, बस एक question just I saw in the chat. Did Isha come? So
अरे
yes,
नो
it
नो
did
ठीक
come.
है, हाँ गो अहेड.
It did come and I got placed there only. So yeah.
अरे ये तो बोल ही सकते हैं, बहुत ही बढ़िया. Alright, we're going to close session right now, boys and girls. I have to jump to the snap results out session. Sorry for that. But any which ways, bhai, super congrats once again. So as I said, we're going to be taking special care of IIM. यार लास्ट रिकमेंडेशन, एक बार कैमरा ऑन करके शक्ल तो दिखा दो यार, एक सेल्फी खींच लेते हैं. हाँ भाई, शांतनु द वर्ल्ड, मानस विश्व, भाभे मिहिका, फटाफट यार 30 सेकेंड्स. ओ जसकिरण सिंह आया, ओ सरदार साहब की हाल है, और बढ़िया. अनम्यूट अनम्यूट जसकरण सिंह. ऑलराइट ग्रेट. चलो भाई, लास्ट वन लाइन भाई. एनी यू पीपल कैट 25 भी सुन रहे हैं, 106 लोग सुन रहे हैं तुम्हारे ऊपर भाई. क्या कुछ ज्ञान दे दो यार, मेरा कुछ मोटिवेशन वगैरह काम आया कि नहीं आया भाई, बताओ इनको थोड़ा सा.
So I
Yeah,
think I
go ahead.
would say that Circa, like, motivation was really very helpful. Matlab, I'll tell you, I started my CAT prep very late, and जब most of the people were saying कि मतलब भाई अब तो छोड़ दो, अब तो होना ही नहीं है CAT. At that point, sir was like कि भाई 8-8-8 rule follow करो, and you'll gonna crack it, and I ended up cracking it. So yes, and even during the WATPI part, like every day I used to hear two sirs like live sessions, and that really motivated me and kept me going, like because college भी चल रहा था साथ में, but then I was motivated because of sir sessions, and in the end I did end up converting my best one. So yeah, it was
Yeah,
great. Yeah.
cheers man, cheers. इस बार वैसे 11-11-11 हो गया. तुम्हारे टाइम पे 9-9 पे 99 था, इस बार 11-11. पीपल रिमेंबर दिस somehow. 7-7-7, 8-8-8, and now they're sitting inside. Good यार. हाँ, anyone else भाई? Incoming batch. IIM Calcutta. Go ahead.
सर लाइक आपने सर इतना मोटिवेट किया है सर हमको. मैंने कैट के 1 मंथ पहले था कि देयर वाज नो प्रेप. I was thinking I'll just go in, give it as a mock, and I'll check where do I stand, and I'll just prepare for next year. But you used to always say on your video 7-7-7 करके आ जाओ live set है, 9-9-9 करके आ जाओ live set है. So just पढ़ना शुरू किया, 3 mocks दे के 1 month preparation. I got 97.33 percentile, and I have almost all the Blackie calls right now. जितने release हुए अभी तक.
क्या बात है, क्या बात है. I'm glad man, super duper congrats. Okay, great. One or two more भाई 25 जनता के लिए मैसेज फटाफट speed up.
I just want to say
Sir,
that if you ever get like demotivated, just watch a couple of reels of Sumit sir. It would be like motivation enough for 2-3 days.
उसके बाद फिर दोबारा डाउन फिर दोबारा देखो.
Yes,
चलो
that was
congrats
my.
Rishabh. Congrats man. Congrats for the call. Great. Okay, who else?
hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I would like to say that the data and the criteria for the CAT exam was all over the place, over various sources. But I found your information to be the most accurate among the all the sources, and it helped me a lot through the preparation, sir.
Yeah, sorry, my net got jerked off. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, hello,
nevertheless,
sir.
one more.
Yes, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, I would like to say that I got a lot of like misinformation and data all over the place about the criteria and everything over various sources. But I found your data to be the like the most accurate, and it helped me through a lot through my preparation, sir.
Oh, I'm glad, yaar. Thank you so much everyone for joining in and all the best. Akkha band karke pray to Almighty that you should be sitting inside Calcutta for sure. और जिनका तो best call है, okay, turn the world upside down भाई. इतना beautiful campus है. I would people say Ahmedabad का campus अच्छा है. I'm going to be in Ahmedabad on 12th of Jan. I'm also doing a entrepreneurs course there. Bangalore campus बढ़िया but कलकत्ता यार. हाँ कलकत्ता है. तो of course and you're going to have a lot of fun in there. ठीक है बढ़िया. So all the best. Converted calls. We'll be there. We'll do multiple sessions like this. इस बार तुषार प्रतीक पूरा गैंग आ रहा है कैलकाटा का. कीर्ति को बुला लेंगे तुम्हारी सीनियर. हीत को बुला लेंगे. हीत आर्थर डिटेल में पहुंच गया है. तुषार तू मिला होगा तेरे टाइम पे हीत भी आया था. तो he was there for a long time. ठीक है, nevertheless. All right, great. Thank you so much for joining in. God bless you guys and all the best for Calcutta calls. Keep working hard. समय थोड़ा कम है. अच्छे से पढ़ना बैठ के. आयुष, it's going to be great. We'll have more of such session. बिल्कुल जस्ट करण. बिल्कुल बहुत सारे सेशन होंगे. पर अगली बार कैमरा ऑन रखना. आज अलाउ कर दिया है. Okay, thanks साहिल, thanks सत्यम, thanks राहुल, thank you everyone, thanks यश. God bless you guys. भाई अपने सीनियर्स को थैंक यू बोलो जरा. हाँ, तभी सीनियर्स बनेंगे जब तुम थैंक यू बोलोगे इनको. थैंक यू तुषार. They're all saying thank you to them.
Thank
ठीक है.
you.
God bless you guys. Take care.
Thank you,
Bye bye.
sir.
Thank you. Bye bye.